as we hear the music coming on over the stadium, a little AC/DC. Everyone's jumping up and down as we're about to see Blacksburg take the field. Quite an entrance, Brad.
It is. It's exciting. These kids are ready to play football, and we're ready to see what happens here in Bruin Land.
So the clock has struck 0, the pregame countdown, as 12 minutes flash up there, and we are moments away from seeing the special teams on the field and about to have a game. Again, Gretna coming into this game at 6-1 to face Blacksburg 3-4. Started out the year 3-1. Not quite had the result that they maybe wanted to have the past 3 games, losing to Pulaski, Hidden Valley, and then Salem last week. But always time to turn it around.
It sure is. It sure is. And that's why you have a game each week. And anybody can be beat on any given day. You just have to go out and give the best that you can. And I think these guys are going to do it. And, you know, another interesting fact about this Gretna team, the head coach for the Gretna Hawks is also the brother of the head coach at Radford High School. I thought that was sort of an interesting little thing there. Actually, I think they played each other last year. The brothers played each other.
Number 5, Chris Hall.
And so here we are.
And
Carson Wise having a little bit of a conversation with the official before he tees it off, probably just waiting for the game to get underway. As Gretna has 2 guys back there, Vaughn Bennett, and I believe that's Chambers. And so we see Carson step back to his own 30, and we're about to have this game get underway. Checking his lines as Carson approaches. It's a low end-over-end kick, caught at the 5. Gretna bounces outside of across the 20 down to the 25, and that's where the Hawks are going to set up shop.
It's a good job by Ethan Goforth staying at home there, maintaining his position, not letting him outside. Good tackle there by Ethan.
As we see both teams getting on the field. 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Blacksburg High School Football on ESPN Blacksburg, AM 1430 WKEX, W23BC1 FM, Christiansburg, and WZFM 101.3 Narrows. As we see Dion Rosser, the all-everything quarterback for Gretna, line up under center. And this is a running play off the left-hand side to Chambers. Gets about 4 before he's brought down. Brought down by Adam Payton.
Yes, it's a good hard run there. You know, and most of the film that I'd seen, they actually were sort of in the shotgun snap. So to see him come from underneath center is a little bit of a different sight.
Gain of 2 yards on the play.
That was actually a gain of 2, so second down and 8 as Gretna comes out in that shotgun. And this is a draw play to Chambers again. He's trying to run off the left-hand side, and he's stopped just shy of the 30, about the 28. So it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Two quick runs from Gretna.
It's a good job there. They had like a little trap set, and Adam Payton did a good job of following the person in front of him. He took him right to the ball and was able to tackle Chambers there.
So 3rd down and 5. Gretna has it on the 29. Need to get to the 34. Rosser in the shotgun. Snap back. He's going to look left all the way, and it's caught right in front of the sticks, though. Let's see where they spot it. And they spot it short of the 1st down.
I believe he is a little bit short.
Dion Rosser's pass
It's a good job. You know, that's the one thing that I talked with the coaches about last week in the Salem game.
He makes the stop.
Is having this young defense understand down and distance. You know, it would be a 4th and 4, and we were going back in a soft zone at about 10 yards, and it made it just too easy. So seeing that's a great improvement.
But Gretna comes on to go for it, and they go and they sneak it over with Rosser, and they get the 1st down. I'm not sure if Blacksburg was ready for that, because we saw a couple of guys from the punt block team come out there before being immediately pulled off.
Yep.
So that's going to be a 1st down for Gretna. A little bit of a missed opportunity there for the Bruins.
So it's a gutsy call for Gretna too. I mean, they were inside the 35.
And so this is a handoff to Chambers, trying to go right up the middle.
Jeremiah
He is
Chambers.
tackled at the 39, short gain. Brings up second down.
It's a good job. Henry Davey, number 42, filling the hole from that inside backer position.
38-yard line. Gain of 2 on the play, second down, 8 yards to go.
And Brad, are you surprised at all about the number of runs we've seen to the running back from Gretna so far?
Not necessarily. I think that's sort of part of their plan.
As we see the slot receiver Hall in motion. Rosser's in the backfield. And this is a read option. Rosser keeps it, tries to go up the middle, and nothing there.
On the keeper.
He is stood up by Adam Payton. Big play there from Payton.
And that's what they like to do. They try to trick you into, they'll feed the tailback, and then he's going to run that little read option, and he's going to pull it and go. Sometimes he'll follow, sometimes he'll go outside.
Ball spotted at the 40-yard line. Third down, 6 yards to go.
Third down and 6 yards to go as Gretna comes out in the shotgun. This is the second third down of the drive. Shotgun snap to Rosser. He's under pressure, and he's going to go down for a sack. Corbin Hendricks in the backfield, and I don't think they're going to go for this one, Brad.
I don't think so. That was a big-time play there by Corbin. That knocked him back to the 37-yard line. Good defensive stop there.
And so Gretna does, in fact, bring out their punt team this time.
Punt for Gretna.
We have Blacksburg in a punt block formation because
the punt for the Bruins.
It's one of the most successful things that they do, get pressure on the punter. Morgan McCoy, the punt returner. As that punt is low, the snap was low, and that's going to be down. McCoy doesn't even touch it.
It hit the Gretna player up here at about the 40-yard line.
Punt is down. Looks like it'll be up near the 40-yard line.
And it's going to be interesting to see where they spot it, and it does. They
touched by a Gretna player at the 40-yard line.
We hear the expression "out-kick your coverage." That was the opposite. That was under-kicking your coverage.
That's right.
As it hit one of the gunners in the heel, who was trying to find the ball.
That gives us an extra 10 yards there.
So Blacksburg's going to set up shop at their own 40. Snap back, hand off to Corbin Hendricks. Big cut by Corbin out across the 45 to the 46.
Across the 45.
And that was one shoestring tackle away from going 6, Brad.
It really was. That was a great cut by Corbin there, and
7 on the play.
One shoestring, it would have been 6 for Blacksburg.
Gretna brought blitz there. They brought about 6 guys. I don't think they were looking for the draw, and that was a good play call there from Blacksburg. Second down and 3. Johnson in the shotgun. He's going to roll right. Quick pass to Hale. Hale catches it across the 50 to the 45. And Jack Hale, tight end, gets his way down to the Gretna 40. So first down for Blacksburg.
It's a good play. Isaac was rolling out to his right. The right defensive end, number 4 for Gretna. Santonio Witcher, quite an athlete, and he was coming on strong, but Isaac felt him coming and released the ball, and true hands Jack Hale right there to make it.
So Blacksburg comes out in the shotgun again. This is the 3rd time in a row as Johnson comes back. And there's pressure as he hits Josh Williams, but that one's going to fall incomplete.
Pass intended for Josh
again,
Williams,
that might be a problem as Santonio Witcher again was coming around to Johnson's backside, but couldn't get there in time as he got it away, just not caught. Second down and 10.
He's definitely an athlete, 6'3", 250 pounds, and he's got some speed coming off of that edge.
So again, second down and 10 for Blacksburg.
Got 3 receivers here to the left.
It's a bunch formation to Johnson's left. And it's going to be a read option. Isaac keeps it. And he gets out maybe across the 40 to the 39, short gain.
Yeah, it looked like it was open there for a while, but it closed up quickly.
We talk about Johnson's athleticism, but it's more of a in the pocket athleticism. He can get away from the pressure in the open field against a team as fast as Gretna. His speed not quite as big of a weapon here.
Right. I think point A to point B, Isaac's got good speed, and he's a good sized young man, and when he gets going, he'll lower that shoulder and go through, but they definitely closed it up quickly.
So shotgun snap, Joe Lucas in the backfield. He picks up the pressure, and that one's over the middle to Josh Williams. He takes a big shot as he hangs on, and Josh Williams is down.
Yeah,
both players are down, actually.
That was a big hit. Josh Williams was able to hang on to the football on that play, but that was definitely a big hit. I mean, that was helmet to helmet right there. That's a scary hit.
The 5'9", 130-pound junior down on the field receiving medical attention, as well as the player from Gretna. That's just not the hit you like to see in this game.
No, not at all. It's unfortunate to see both players down like that. I mean, that's the hard part about this sport. I mean, it's you come across the middle there as a receiver, and it's tough. And there's Josh Williams getting up there.
So Josh Williams getting up. He's running off the field. That's good to see. I'm sure he's going to be tested by the training staff of Blacksburg immediately. And here we see the other player, I believe that's Rayshawn Taylor, the cornerback, who gets up as well, walks off, and now we're going to see now Bruins set up shop, first down at the 24. Brad, are you surprised to not see a 15-yard penalty there?
Well, actually I am, because I mean, that was definitely a helmet-to-helmet contact coming across the middle, and those are. We have a flag down for something now.
At the 23-yard line.
Looks like it could be a sideline issue over on the Gretna side.
And the head coach of Gretna is just giving it to the officials right now. I'm not really sure what the disagreement is about.
He's definitely upset, and quite honestly, very lucky that for his side that there wasn't an additional 15 yards there. It could have easily been called at the discretion of the officials, but to me it was definitely helmet to helmet.
And he's lucky that he didn't give Blacksburg an extra 15 yards there, as the referees calm everything down as Johnson in the shotgun, 3 wide receivers. And he's going to drop back to pass. Has time, hits Goforth, in and out of Ethan Goforth's hands, incomplete. Second down and 10.
You don't see that very often, generally when Ethan's that open, he's going to make that play.
So with all the running in the beginning of this game, we're halfway through the first quarter already. 6 minutes, 3 seconds to go in the first quarter. Again, the score 0-0, but Blacksburg is driving inside the Gretna 24 with this first down.
It's like Josh Williams is back out there in the game.
Shotgun snap to Johnston. It's a read option to Corbin Hendricks. And Hendricks is going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of 1. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Yeah, it looks like, their ends, the defensive ends, they're coming hard up the field. And they're trying to get that sort of read, option run dive there somewhere right off tackle.
And we just saw defensive end Matt Glass, number 44, limp off there for Gretna. He's also their tight end, so we'll see if he's able to come back.
He's actually one of their main targets on the offensive side of the ball. He's got 7 touchdowns, receiving touchdowns on the year, so he's a big part of their offense.
And Gretna is going to take a timeout here. I'm not sure if this is more for the defense or the coaching staff, but one way or the other, they're going to have to talk about it. It's going to be a 3rd and 9 for Blacksburg, and already they're in the range of Carson Wise.
They are, and obviously you want to be able to come away with some points here. We've been able to move the ball really fairly easy. We've had a couple drop passes that should have been caught, but being able to move the ball has been good. That was a big-time catch, and I still don't know how Josh was able to hold on to it after that hit, but that was a big first down pickup. If we can somehow get in the end zone here, get a first down, then get in the end zone, I think it would just, do wonders for our momentum, and you never know how you're going to respond after last week's game. But it looks to me like they forgot about it, and they're coming out there ready to play.
They look pretty good, Brad. It's interesting to see Joe Lucas on the last 3rd down was in as a blocking fullback to pick up the defensive end. Not in the game now as the shotgun snap goes back to Johnston. He's going to look deep. He has Goforth. And and that's going to be incomplete. That pass was over Goforth's head. It's a shame because he was wide open in the end zone.
Yeah, he threw it just over the left-hand shoulder, and Ethan tried to make the turn to make that catch, but just couldn't quite get it.
So out comes Carson Wise on to attempt a field goal. The ball's going to be spotted at the 23. So this is going to be about a 39-yard kick. We've seen Carson Wise hit ones from further out, and let's see on his first attempt tonight. And the snap down, the kick up from Carson. He's got the distance. And that one's right down the middle. So with 5:19 left in the first quarter, Blacksburg is up 3-0 as they draw first blood.
I tell you what, I hate that this is the last time that we're going to see Carson Wise on this football field. Carson is, quite a weapon for this Blacksburg football team. I mean, kicking and punting, punt blocking. He's just a sheer athlete, and probably even more than that, he's just a great young man, and he's got a great future ahead of him in the college ranks, and it's just been a blessing to be able to watch him play the past few years.
I was just about to say, Brian, he's a weapon for Blacksburg today. Tomorrow, he's going to be a weapon for someone in the Division I ranks.
Yes, he is. He's got the right mentality too. He's just such a good young man. He works hard. He has the right perspective on things, and you like to see players like him prosper, and he will. He works hard. You can come out here anytime and see him and his dad out here kicking and punting, and so that's a true testament to all these young players out here that want to be successful. You've got to put the work into it, and Carson has done that.
So again, Carson Wise tees the ball up at the 40-yard line. This is going to be his second kick, the opening kickoff, obviously, and now this one after his 39-yard field goal puts Blacksburg up 3-0. And the run up, this is a high, deep kick from Wise, taken at the 3. And it returned off the right-hand side, breaks a couple tackles, and finally goes down at the 30-yard line. Good return there from Hall.
This looks like Jack Hale was in on that tackle there.
Ethan Goforth and Jack Hale make the stop for the Bruins.
Ethan Goforth and Jack Hale both there.
And so
we're going to see Gretna take over at their own 30.
Well, it's good to get some points on the board. Our defense, if we can hold strong here, it makes Gretna, maybe a little bit impatient and try to do a few things that they wouldn't normally do.
Man in motion. It's a high snap to Rosser, and he's going to be tackled in the backfield.
Rosser on the keeper.
Officially going to be a loss of nothing. Stopped at the 30, second down and 10.
That was Tyler Fiorda coming in from that backside end.
Makes the stop
good speed there. Coming in. The snap was a little bit high, so it sort of disrupted the timing there. And good job there by Tyler.
There was a man in motion, and after the high snap, he couldn't really fake it because the receiver had run by.
Yep.
And so we're going to see Rosser and Gretna in the shotgun again. Wide receiver to each side, man in motion. And this is going to be a sweep out, defended very well from Blacksburg for a loss of 1. That went to the wingback or slot receiver Chris Hall, and he got nothing.
That's right. He good job by the defense. Really containing their athletes, and that's what we talked about. That's what we have to do to be successful on the defensive side here.
And here's Gretna on a 3rd and 11 from their own 29. Coming out in the shotgun. 3rd down defense, Brad, so important.
Yeah,
it had its moments against Salem last week.
They did. The one thing that I worry about here is this little tight end. He likes to slide out into a little seam.
And that one's going to be thrown and complete, but it's going to be short of the first down. That was caught by Glass.
Is stopped short of the first down.
But he gets to about the 38. So that's going to be a 4th down and 2 for for Gretna, and they bring out their punt team again.
It's good defense there by Jake Vernell. We talked about Jake last week and how he's improved. And, I see it every game. He is improving every single game that he plays. last time we got close to blocking the punt.
And Blacksburg in the kind of the safe return right now. They don't have everyone on the line. As snap goes back to the punter, and he kicks it up. It's a short kick. Fair caught by Morgan McCoy at the 41. That was a pretty courageous catch. He had to split two Gretna defenders to get it. But that's where Blacksburg's going to take over on their own 41. So a good starting field position again.
It is. That's Morgan. That's how he plays. I mean, he plays wide open and very fearless, and you just like to see that competitor come out in him.
And so for the first time tonight, we see Isaac Johnston under center. Hendricks the deep back.
Joe Lucas in at the fullback.
And it's going to be to Hendricks up the middle. Good cut by Corbin. And he gets tackled there
across the 45-yard line.
47. That's a good run.
That good opening block, that offensive line got the initial hit. Joe Lucas comes in and finished cleaning up the hole, and Corbin just hit it, and right up through there he went.
And that's Brad, the second tackle today on Corbin Hendricks that they just got barely a part of it.
Yep.
That one he got brought down by the shoulder pad. So shotgun formation, two wide receivers to Johnston's left, and he rolls that way. And he hits his tight end, Jack Hale, across the 50. Hale sails in bounds, cuts up across the 40, breaks a tackle across the 30, and it takes 3 Hawks to bring him down at the 21.
That was a great athletic play there by Jack Hale. I mean, we've talked about his athleticism this year, when he hurdled a defensive player, but he catches that ball on the sideline and tiptoes down the sideline. Once he gains his balance, he's down the field and just really showed why he's out there in that tight end position. Great job.
And we see Zach Tresser check in as a second tight end as Johnston comes to the line of scrimmage in a tight formation. And the handoff goes to Joe Lucas. Joe plowing his way ahead across the 20 to about the 17. That was just a good old-fashioned power run,
yep.
Brad.
And that's Joe Lucas. Joe has actually played the running back position up until this year when they had moved him to the offensive guard. So it's familiar territory for Joe.
Lucas, the ball carrier.
Again, there's another senior that you hate to see walk off the field tonight because he gives everything he's got while he's out there on that field, and that he's going to be giving everything tonight because he knows it's his last one on this turf.
So second down at 5, and it's a split back formation for Blacksburg, 2 tight ends. And this one's up the middle to Corbin Hendricks.
The ball
He gets out to the 15, so it's going to be a third down and 2 upcoming for Blacksburg. And Brad, for the first time almost all year, we're seeing Blacksburg, the power running team.
Well, it's ball control, and if we can continue picking up yardage by running, that clock continues running. It's 47 seconds and counting here in the first quarter. Those are the things that you want because you keep Dion Rosser off the field.
So Johnson now in the shotgun on third down. Pump fakes. Looking to the end zone for Vernil. And he came up with it, but he's going to be out of the back of the end zone. That was close. He almost had a foot down. But that's going to bring up a fourth down for Blacksburg.
That was definitely a close play there. You could tell he was trying to drag those feet in, but the official said that he was out.
So Carson Wise is going to come on for a field goal now.
Carson Wise on to attempt the field goal from 32 yards.
It's going to be a 32-yarder. His last one was from 39. 29 seconds to go in the first quarter. And the snap good. The kick up from Carson. And that one's right down Broadway as well.
With 23 seconds
so with 23 seconds to go in the first quarter, Blacksburg is up 6-0 over Gretna.
It's great. It's been all Blacksburg so far in this game. All Blacksburg up to this point.
And Brad, are we going to... You would have to wonder if Blacksburg, I'm not going to say regret because they got points on the board there, but that was a chance inside the red zone to get a touchdown. Couldn't quite convert there. Took a shot to the end zone instead.
Well, and I think that's things that you have to live with. both drives, we had opportunities to make those plays. You know, the first drive, the throw to go forth, just a little bit over his shoulder. Then that throw there to Jake, I mean, it was close. He came up with the ball, but just a little bit out of bounds. But those are the things that you live with. You know, the positive, you know, item is we got points on the board. We're winning 6-0, and quite honestly, we've been able to move the football against them, and they haven't been able to move the football against us up to, you know, with 23 seconds to go in the first quarter.
And so Carson's going to line it up for his third kickoff of the quarter. Again, 23 seconds to play in this quarter. Blacksburg up 6-0.
Chris Hall and Tristan Gray
Off the foot
from Carson Wise.
Of Carson Wise, both field goals. And so we have Chris Hall back for Gretna, the 5'9", 180-pound sophomore, plays slot receiver.
You know, this is something that Gretna's not used to. They're not used to being coming from behind.
Wise approaches the ball and boots it. It's a line drive caught by Hall at the goal line. Hall crosses the 15, the 20, hits a little bit of hole out across the 35, tried to slow down by Carson, but he's going to go all the way, and it's going to be a 100-yard kickoff return for a score for Chris Hall.
Return, 100 yards, touchdown.
That was quick, you know. Carson got a great kick, and it was close to him catching it there on the goal line. You know, if you catch it inside the goal line, it's automatic touchback. It was really, really close, and he found that alley and got through. And, you know, that's the things that you deal with when you deal with a Gretna-style team. They have so many athletes, so many weapons. You know, they can score at any given time.
So there's 7 seconds to go in this first quarter. And Jason Canara is out for the extra point. So, again, the score is tied 6-6. Extra point pending. Rosser the holder. Snap down. The kick is up. It's low, but it's through.
And the kick is good.
So,
with 7 seconds left.
7 seconds to go.
Gretna
Now,
7,
just
Blacksburg
like
6.
that, Gretna 7, Blacksburg 6. And they're going to have it probably just one more kick return before the end of the quarter.
Yeah, you know, that's definitely not the way we wanted to end the first quarter there, giving up that long run. But on the, you know, the bright side is our offense has been moving the football, and they haven't been. You know, the only points they've gotten is off of that special teams play right there. A little bit of breakdown in coverage over there, but you know, you just got to line up and go back after it.
It's the breaks of the game, as we've seen so often. It would be a shame, though, to watch this get into the confidence of Blacksburg, because they have played phenomenally well, with the exception of one kickoff.
Yep.
That was just returned for a touchdown by Gretna. Blacksburg has dominated this game on both sides of the ball.
They have, and you know, I don't think that this will affect their confidence. I mean, this team comes to play every time, and you know, I won't think any different today. They'll play till the end.
Jake Verneal is deep to receive the kick.
So Jake Verneal is deep to receive the kick. Morgan McCoy and Grayson
Frank
Shelton
Canary will be kicking
about
off
10 yards in front of him. And Brian, it's interesting. The kicking and punting situation for Gretna, not the best, I should say. A freshman, Frank Canare, is kicking off for them. They have another kicker, and Jason Canare, who is also a kicker. And this is a short kick fielded by Verneal at the 10. Jake tries to cut up field, but it's tackled at the 26. And we have 2 seconds to go in the first quarter, so we're going to see one more play.
Jason Trent on the stop for the Hawks. It'll be first and 10 for Blacksburg. At
You watch Jake there returning those kicks, and that's the one thing that impresses me about Jake. When he gets it, I mean, he's going up the field, and he's going up hard.
Getting as many yards as possible.
He is, that's right.
And so 3 wide receiver look for Blacksburg, two to Johnston's right, and Josh Williams, the lone receiver, to the left. Shotgun snap. It's going to be a run up the middle to Hendricks.
Corbin Hendricks, the ball
He dives across the line of scrimmage for a gain of 1. And that's going to do it for the first quarter. The score here, Gretna 7, Blacksburg 6. We're going to step aside for a quick break. You're listening to Blacksburg High School Football on ESPN Blacksburg, AM 1430, FM 94.1, and Classic Hits 101.3.
Dude.
Dude, pick it up.
Pick it up.
Pick it up. Pick it up. Pick it up, Blacksburg.
And we're back here at Bell Brown Stadium, David Christ Field, Blacksburg, Virginia, where we're just about to start the second quarter. The score here, Gretna 7, Blacksburg 6. Thank you for tuning in to this broadcast of of Blacksburg High School Football. My name is Brian Marcolini, and beside me is Brad Epperly. Brad, for the people that could just be tuning in right now, the score, Gretna 7, Blacksburg 6. It's not a score that really tells the story of the first quarter.
No, it doesn't. I mean, Blacksburg has dominated the first quarter. We were able to move the ball offensively. Defensively, I don't think that they might have gotten one first down, I believe.
One first down on a 4th and 1 conversion in their own 35.
That's right. And, so it's been a total dominance by Blacksburg up to this point, except for one play on a kickoff return.
So we're going to see a second down and about, I hate to say 9, but 9.5. Shotgun snap to Johnson. He fires that outside to Josh Williams. He had a big third down catch earlier out across the 30 to about the 32.
Out across the 30-yard line.
So it's going to be a third down situation for Blacksburg in about 7.
Cook and Rayshawn Taylor make the stop. The gain is out to the 32-yard
it's good to see Josh out there.
It'll be third down, 5 yards to go for
that hit sort of scared me there for a second, but looks like he's doing fine, and another big catch there.
And so here, Blacksburg comes out. We see Adam Vaught check in as a second tight end. As rolling left from Johnston couldn't hit go for it.
Is incomplete.
A little bit of a wobbler, might have got slipped out of his hand just a little bit, and that's going to be a 3-and-out for Blacksburg.
Yeah, that's Ethan was open, but just couldn't quite come up with that one.
Carson Wise on the punt.
Carson Wise on the punt. This is going to be his first punt of the night. Chris Hall, the man that scored the first touchdown, and quarterback Dion Rosser back to receive the punt.
Yeah, we definitely want to kick it away from both of them.
Low snap for Wise, and that one's good kick from Carson. Bounces at the 35, but not touched. And it's going to roll dead at the 20. Big time punt for Carson Wise.
Well, that's, it hit the ground, and, Dion Rosser, it looked like he wanted to pick it up there, and he didn't. He got a great roll.
47-yard punt with no return. First and 10 for the Hawks.
Perfect punt. When you can punt it and not have either one of their returners touch it, that's a good punt.
So here Gretna comes out. This is going to be a shotgun look with a wing-back sort of look. And this is a draw from Rosser. Rosser tries to cut it upfield, but good open field tackle.
Up around the 24-yard line.
It looked like Corbett Hendricks there.
Yep. That's actually the tight end, and what they do is they slide that tight end back into like a blocking back position. And generally, when they're in that formation, he will take you to the ball.
And so second down and 7 for Gretna. They line up in the shotgun again. And this is a zone read outside run there. That's Chambers, and he's stopped in the backfield for about a loss of 1. It's a good stop there from Blacksburg.
Yep, Morgan McCoy coming up, and Zach Tresser coming over from that inside linebacker position. Good job on containment.
Brad, for the most part, this season, it's been hard to stretch it out for gains against Blacksburg's defense. They really string you out and kind of hold you to 1s and 2s. Not a lot of big plays on the outside.
But like we had mentioned, athletically, I think we can play with anyone.
So a third down shotgun snap for Roser. Blitz coming in. He gets away from pressure, throws it across the middle, and that's batted down by Jake Verneal. Big play from Jake.
Big play. The pressure was coming on the quarterback there by Zach, and couldn't quite grab a hold of him, and he had his tight end open there in the middle, and Jake did a great job of coming in and just playing great defense.
That's a risky throw, too. Rosser took about a step, maybe 2 steps to his right, and throws back across the middle.
Yep.
And he's lucky to just have it batted down. So 4th and long for Gretna. And we see the punt block team on for Blacksburg. Again, remember, the 2 snaps have been slow getting back. And there's a flag down, though, to start the play, which blows it dead.
Looks like they might have too many people.
Illegal participation. 5-yard penalty.
Too many
against
people
the
in the huddle, or on the line of scrimmage for Gretna. So 5 yards, they're gonna be pushed back 5 yards. And the ball's gonna be spotted at the 19, which is where they're gonna punt. Punter Frank Canare's heels are on his own 6.
Look for Carson Wise coming off the edge here.
So snap back, it's low, and the punt almost gets there. And you called it, Brad. Carson Wise. He almost got both hands on it. And that ball hits the 40 and then rolls dead at the 42. Excellent field position.
Blacksburg will take over 1st and 10.
Great field position here. Now we've got to get down there and get some points, on the board. Obviously, you mentioned earlier we had 2 drives down there that we just couldn't quite punch it in. Had to resort to a field goal. We need to get a touchdown on this drive.
So 9:33 left to go in the 2nd quarter. Gretna's up 7-6. But Blacksburg has the ball, very advantageous position at the Gretna 42. Isaac Johnson in the shotgun. He's looking to pass. Has time. Looks deep. Diving! And that's in and out of the hands of Jack Hale. He was running right up the seam. He was open. Just couldn't quite hit him. Second down and 10.
That was almost an unbelievable catch. He was stretched out and was almost able to get it up underneath his hands there.
Second down and 10. That's right. We talked about the stats, Brad. Excuse me, the athleticism of Jack Hale. We saw him go for a big play, a big run and catch after the play in the 1st quarter, and that one, he went full extension.
He did. He's an athlete.
So Johnson's under center. It's going to be a handoff up the middle to Hendricks.
Corbin Hendricks stopped
at the line of scrimmage. That's a big stop there, big number 52.
Khalil Heyman on the stop.
Richard Heyman.
Loss of a yard on the play.
Loss of a yard, 3rd down and 11. Clock's running, taking just under 9 minutes to go in the 1st half. Gretna's still up 7-6.
Gretna sort of tweaked a few things here defensively, and we just haven't been able to get anything going here these past 2 drives. Just got to find that shot to pick up that 1st down, to start moving the chains again, get the momentum going.
So a trips formation to Johnson's left. There's a shotgun snap. Isaac's in trouble. He's scrambling, and he's going to be sacked back at the 46.
Back at the 46
It looks like they kind of had a spy on him, a guy playing in the middle of the field. So when he was in trouble, guy shot in, and Isaac didn't have a chance.
Yeah, that was number 5, Chris Hall. He's one of their better athletes, and
4th down, 14 yards to go for the
Isaac just didn't have a chance to get away.
So 4th down and 14 with Carson Wise on to punt. Snap back is low, but no pressure as Carson boots it. And this one lands at the 20, but takes a sideways hop, not quite the bounce that I'm sure Carson was hoping for. Goes out of bounds at the 20. So with 8:03 to play in the 2nd quarter, Gretna up 7-6, and they're going to have the ball at the 20-yard line.
Down at the 20-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for Gretna at their own 20.
1st and 10 for Gretna.
Our defense has played strong the whole game so far, so hopefully we can keep this going and keep the field position.
So Rosser's going to be in the shotgun. And he's pass all the way. Pressure coming, and he's going to roll to his right. Looking, but he's going to tuck it and forced out of bounds by Tresser at the 24. So a gain of 4 from Dion Rosser. That's kind of what a athletic a super athletic quarterback can do
Gain
for
of 4
you.
yards on the play. Second down and
Coverage
6
all the
at
way down the
24-yard
field.
line.
Your line gets great pressure, and he scoots away and turns a negative play into 4 yards.
Well, it makes your defense, you either got to choose. Are you coming up to tackle him on the run, or are you going back in pass protection?
So second down and 6 as it's going to be a draw up the middle to Chambers. He
Lost the
loses the football. And it's recovered by
Fumble
Blacksburg.
on the play, recovered by
And
the
Zach
Bruins.
Tresser comes up with it.
That's being in the right place at the right time.
Zach
That ball
Presser on the
bounced right
fumble
up
recovery.
in Zach's hands. Big turn of events here for Blacksburg. We got to take
It'll
advantage
be
of this.
first and 10 Bruins
This is
at the Gretna 34-yard line.
Second time here that we've had the ball within the 40-yard line. We got to take advantage of this opportunity.
And that was a big play there. I believe it was Verneal to get his hand in there, the safety, because Chambers was scooting. He was on his way for a big gain, but loses the football. And here we have Johnson in the shotgun, and it's a read option. They bit
Johnston
hard on
on
the
the
read
keeper.
as Johnson
Short
scoots
gain on
around
the
the
play.
outside of the line of scrimmage for a gain of 2.
That was a pretty smart play call by the offense there. You know, Jeremiah Chambers is playing this defensive end on this side, so you know that he's upset after that fumble, and he was coming in hard, so that's why they faked it and took it to the other side.
So second down and 8, after a gain of 2 from Johnson. That's probably about the 3rd or 4th read option we've seen from Blacksburg thus far. And they're going to be in the shotgun again. Isaac drops back to pass. Pressure coming. He gets drilled, but he completes the pass to Ethan Goforth.
Johnson's pass
Looks
completed
like
to
Across
Ethan
the
Goforth.
first down line, looks like.
It looks like he's got a first down there.
He caught it beyond the sticks and then couldn't quite tell if it was his momentum that
Gain is
carried
up to
him
the
back over the
24-yard
wrong
line. That's
way, or
enough
if it
for
was
a
just the
first
hit.
down, Bruins.
But they're giving the Bruins the first down, and the ball's going to be marked at the 24-yard line. Big play there from Goforth.
It was a great play, and you know, a lot of times you teach your receivers to come back to the football. Come back to the football, and Ethan did a good job there. Was able to get the yardage that was needed for that first down. Good throw there by Isaac as well.
Out of the I formation, they're going to hand it to Hendricks. Big cut from Hendricks to get away
Hendricks, the
from a
ball carrier,
tackler,
down around the
and he's
20-yard
going
line.
to go to about the 20-yard line. Corbin Hendricks is running hard tonight,
Antonio
Brad.
Witcher.
He is, and that was a good first cut that he made to make that defense miss.
6 at the 20-yard line.
So it's going to officially be a gain of 4, second down and 6, and the ball is directly on the 20 on the right hash as Blacksburg is moving from left to right.
This would be a good time to see Jack Hale here right down the middle.
Instead, they're going to hand it off to Corbin Hendricks. Hendricks again spins his way across the first down.
Corbin Hendricks
Stumbles down inside the 12 to the 11. First down Bruins with Corbin Hendricks. My oh my, Brad.
He's running. He is running hard tonight.
Rayshon
It
Taylor
has
makes
taken
a stop.
almost every
Advantage
time,
to
with the exception of only
11-yard
one
line.
play that I
It'll
can
be first
remember.
and
It has
10
taken at
Bruins.
least 2, if not 3 or 4 Hawks to bring down Corbin tonight.
That's what you like to see right there.
So 5:46 and counting to go in this first half. Blacksburg down 1, 7-6, but driving on Gretna. Ball's at the 16. Pitch out right to Hendricks. Hendricks crosses the 10, down to the 5, moving the pile. Touchdown, Blacksburg. Corbin Hendricks was not to be denied.
He was not going to be denied on that play. That great job there. We had some good blocking that had sort of sealed that out. And once that initial hit was made on Corbin, he was not going to be denied. He smelled the goal line and he wanted the end zone. And great touchdown there
Carson
by
Wise will
Corbin.
attempt a point after for the Bruins.
The ball was at about the 14. He was able to turn the corner, and when his momentum was going, when he hit about the 10-yard line, it was going to take all 11 and maybe a couple defensive coaches from up top to bring him down. As Carson Wise on for the extra point. And if we know one thing, that those extra points are automatic.
Blacksburg
5.5 to go in the first half. Blacksburg now up 13-7. What a drive again from Blacksburg Bruins.
Well, we took advantage of our opportunity there. Turnover, and we was able to take advantage of that. So it's a good job by this Blacksburg Bruin offense to be able to score. ultimately, when you get the ball inside the 50-yard line, you have to make those opportunities count. We didn't the first time, but the second time we came back and was able to put points on the board.
And Brad, how important has the field position been? The battle of field position, it's an old cliche in football, but we've seen Blacksburg pin Gretna inside their own 25, 2 out of 3 punts. And anytime Gretna's been out, the worst starting field position off of a punt has been at Blacksburg's own 40.
Oh, yeah. And field position has been a key, but the other part of it is, our defense has played outstanding, and we've been able to keep them into check up to this point. The only points that they have on the board is from the long kickoff return.
Carson Wise to kick off for the Bruins.
So Carson Wise is going to kick off, teeing the
Chris
ball
Hall
up.
and Keandre Clements back to receive for Gretna.
And so Chris Hall and Jeremiah Chambers back to receive. So again, 5.5 to go. Blacksburg up 6, 13-7. And it's a pooch kick from Wise, landing at the 30. Gretna up back, and that's Chambers, brings
Short
it down.
kick recovered by
Gretna. After the kick return for a touchdown. I'm gonna bet we're gonna see that a lot.
I think so.
Jeremiah Chambers
And
recovers the kick for Gretna at the
31-yard line.
30
that's
yard
still
First and
decent
10 for
for us there. Plus, it keeps it from being 6 points the other way.
The only really effective weapon that they've had all night. As Gretna comes out in the shotgun, Deion Rosser again in the backfield. And this is going to be a quarterback power all the way off the right side. And Rosser's going to get down to the 34, so a 3-yard
gain. 3 on the play, out to the 34-yard
tackled by
line.
Dresser, and it looked like Davey.
It's a good job there. Just being able to contain that young man is a challenge, and he's very elusive, but so far so good for this Blacksburg Bruin defense.
So 2nd down and 6, Gretna again in the shotgun.
2nd down and 7 for
as we see that the tight end kind of split back yet again. Rosser drops back. He's going to pass this time, rolling right. Under pressure. Can he buy some time? He does. And he dives out across the 45. That's going to be a gain of 1. So it's going to be about a 3rd down and 5 for Gretna.
Yeah, it looks like that was Joe Lucas and Tyler Fiorda putting the pressure on there. He didn't have a whole lot of room to move.
No gain on the play.
And that's again, though, that's something that Gretna can do. They run away from pressure, and their quarterback, if he's running out of time, can make something out of nothing. And so he turns a sack there into a 2-yard gain.
Yep, that's right.
It's 3rd down, and Rosser in the shotgun. The snap goes back. He's under pressure, but he's got to keep it up the middle. Crosses the 40, gets across the 1st down, and he's going to be down at the 49-yard line of Blacksburg.
Rosser on the keeper,
forced out of bounds by Hendricks and Shelton.
I think that might have been a design quarterback keep all the way. He was just sending the receivers down the field as decoys, and they were just going to let him do his business with his feet. And
middle of the field, wide open.
Yep.
So 1st down for Gretna. They have the ball at the Blacksburg 49, and that's the most positive play for Gretna we've seen all night. 4 minutes and change left in this 2nd quarter. As it's going to be a handoff out of the I formation to Chambers, and he's stopped for maybe a gain of 1. Good play again from the Blacksburg defense.
Chambers, the ball carrier.
Looks like Brett Palmer was the first initial one in there.
On the stop for the Bruins. Gain of 2 on the play. 2nd down and 8.
We talked about Brett last week. When he comes to play, he's playing every down. He's not taking a down off, and it's a good job to see him there. And that running back, he is solid. 5'8", 180 pounds, and when he comes through the hole, he's busting his way through there. But good job of that Blacksburg defensive line to keep him in check.
So 2nd down and 8 as Gretna's in the I formation. This is a play fake. Rosser's going to drop back. He's rolling left and he's under pressure. He's going to drop it down and keep it, breaking a couple tackles. Gets out across the 45 to the 44.
Inside the 45-yard line down to about the 43.
Palmer and Payton were both in the backfield there, but those 2 big guys with the
Joe
with the
Lucas
elusive
picks him up at the
roster, it's
43-yard
going to be a
line.
tall task for them.
Third
Well,
down,
and that's,
3 yards to go.
Morgan McCoy was in a prime candidate for what we were talking about. He was there. He didn't know whether to go back into pass coverage or to come up to go against the run. It was just a tough situation there.
So Rosser in the shotgun. A hard count, and it's going to look like the Bruins jumped about 3 different guys had their hands on their head there.
5-yard penalty will be first down.
This far into the season, we can't have mental mistakes like that. It's about discipline.
First and 10.
You give a team like the Gretna Hawks opportunities like that, they're going to make you pay.
So Gretna's in the shotgun on that first down. Handoff up the middle to Chambers. He busts through the line of scrimmage out across the 35 to the 33. Big 7-yard gain from Jeremiah Chambers.
Brent Hendricks and Zach
So
Presser
2.5 minutes to go in this second quarter. So it'll be interesting to see the way the time works for the end of this half.
Well, and Gretna's only got 2 timeouts remaining because they had to call one when they sort of got a little bit wound up over on that sideline in the first quarter.
So it's a handoff again up the middle to Chambers. And he's going to be just short of the first down. Big tackle there from Henry Davey and Joe Lucas.
Yeah, that was a big tackle. That's one of those shoestring tackles we were talking about earlier against Corbin. We were paying them to favor there.
And so the ball's down to the 30-yard line. 3rd and 1 for Gretna. Here they come out in the shotgun. 3 wide receivers, 2 to Rosser's right, but he's going to keep it all the way. It's a quarterback power. And he gets the first down out across the 25, down to the 24, first down Gretna.
Well, as soon as the chains are moved, clock's going to start ticking. Minute 43.
That's right, Brett, down under 2 minutes here. That stop was made by the defensive end, Joe Lucas. And here Gretna is in the shotgun. I'm going to expect a couple more runs. But here they are, Rosser, proving me wrong, rolls right to pass. He's being chased down but couldn't get there as he hurdles a guy.
Lost the football.
And there's a flag down on the field.
I think that this will be a flag on him hurdling that player. I think this is a new rule. Jack Hill didn't get called for it a couple weeks ago, but I think this could be a flag against them.
So their referees are gonna talk about it. Rosser went full airborne and just leapt over a full standing Morgan McCoy, and it's going to be a personal foul against Gretna. Is that a player safety rule, Brad?
I think it was implemented as a player safety rule, and that's why it's a personal foul. The hard part about that is that, when you have an athlete that's as athletic as Rosser, that's tough. When you see something like what he just did, being able to jump over a player, I mean, that's pretty amazing. You hate to penalize him for it, but I think it's a safety issue.
McCoy was standing. He wasn't even crouched out to tackle. He was just standing trying to come up to the play, gets hurdled. As Rosser drops back to pass, throws it deep, and that one is broken up by Verneal. Good play there.
Yeah, Jake gives up some height to the receiver there, number 18, Virgil Glass, but he breaks to that football and just has such good instincts. That's 2 or 3 defenses that he has played tonight that have been key.
They list Glass at 6'2", and they list Verneal as 5'8", but I don't think you would know it from the way he plays.
Oh, yeah. So,
second down and long. Rosser pumps. He's going to look deep over the middle to his tight end. Incomplete, but there's a flag. A bunch of contact from that was actually his slot receiver, Chris Hall, and I think it was McCoy that bumped him.
I think it was.
Intended for Chris Hall.
So let's see what the officials decide to do. We're waiting for the Whitecaps' decision. 59 seconds to go, they call a pass interference against Blacksburg.
So that gets them back their 15 yards. But, at this point in the game, if a defensive back is afraid that receiver's going to break free for a touchdown, that 15-yard penalty's, you want to take that.
And the problem with that one was Morgan was running stride for stride. As the snap goes back to Roser, is in the shotgun. He breaks out of a tackle in the backfield under pressure, and he slips away from another tackle and dives out across the 20.
Rosser is near the first down marker.
Out of bounds. He's around the first down marker. That's on the far side of the field from us, so it's pretty tough to tell. It looks like they're measuring.
Yeah, it's close.
And so I think it's going to
bring up
third down.
Yep.
And that was a shame too. That Fiorda had a hand on Rosser, and then so did Henry Davey.
Down and a yard to go.
In the backfield.
Timeout called by Gretna. That is their second timeout of the half.
And so with a 3rd and 1, a very, very important 3rd and 1 upcoming, Gretna takes a timeout. That's their second of the half. Again, Blacksburg up 13-7. 49 seconds to go in the first half.
Well, if we can come away here with keeping them out of the end zone, that would be a big victory for this Blacksburg team. I'm not convinced that they can kick a field goal. We saw the extra point. It was sort of a low-line drive. If we can keep them out of the end zone here, that's a big victory for this football team.
And Brad, throughout the season, Gretna's offense has been so dynamic they don't even have to worry that much about field goals.
Right, that's right.
And so it's going to put them in a very interesting spot. So a 3rd and 1 at the 16-yard line of Blacksburg. 49 seconds to go in the half. Blacksburg up 13-7. Rosser's going to line up in the I formation. And he's going to try to sneak it, and he is initially stopped, and he got a little bit of a push.
I don't believe he got it.
That was a great play inside initially by the tackles to get at the feet of the quarterback.
Looks to me like he might be a little bit shy, but I'm sure they're going to measure here.
And they're going to call a timeout for a measurement with 43 seconds left in the half. He was stopped initially. He was stopped short for about a loss of 1, but he kind of rolled off his center to the left side of him, and he gained about 6 inches, maybe a yard, so it's going to be interesting to see. And he is short.
It is short. It'll be 4th down and short.
Fourth down and short for Gretna. And no doubt about it, they're sending their offense out there.
Yeah, they're going for it here. I think you'll probably see the lead back, and it'll go back to the tailback.
I formation, a power formation for Gretna. Clock's running at 40 seconds, and it's a sneak again, and that's going to be close. The ball is out. They're going to see he was down. They're going to say he was down, and it looks like a big stop for Blacksburg.
I think it is. First down for Blacksburg.
First down Blacksburg on a 4th down stop. What a play from the Bruins.
That is a big-time victory for this Bruin team. You go in here at halftime, you're up 13-7. You don't give up any points there. Momentum. Football is a game of momentum. Football is a game of inches, and there was inches that he could have made the first down or not, and that defense held strong right there.
So Blacksburg, they're out in the I formation, but Johnson's just going to take a knee, and with 30 seconds to go, I think they're going to be content to sit on this 13-7 lead.
Yep, they won't have to snap it again here. They'll go into the locker room here at halftime, get warmed up a little bit, and it's good seeing the Blacksburg kids going down through there, wanting to keep the fans going, and
that will end the first half.
And
Blacksburg 13.
It's a good feeling to go in here at halftime with a 13-7 lead.
So that's going to tick away as the clock just strikes 0 for that first half. The score: Blacksburg 13, Gretna 7. It's a big-time play for the Bruins. We're going to step aside for a quick break as we warm up ourselves. You're listening to Blacksburg High School Football on ESPN Blacksburg, AM 1430, FM 94.1, and Classic Hits 101.3.
And now for you.
I've been on a number of trips with Joey, and they're always fun and always interesting, and I always say it's an adventure. The scenery, the countryside was just absolutely beautiful, and it was interesting to see the camels, and the Amish food was just delightful, and the desserts and the ice cream was really good. You know, we've gone to plays, we've gone to mystery dine-outs, and so it's always interesting to see something new and different, and maybe some place that you don't even know exists.
And we're back here, Bill Brown Stadium, David Christ Field. About 2 minutes to go until kickoff. Both teams on the field stretching. We see quarterbacks warming up. We're about to have a second half of football. Thank you for joining us. My name is Brian Marcolini. Beside me is Brad Epperly. Brad, we're moments away from kickoff for the second half. What do you expect to see from Blacksburg right out of the gate?
I look for Blacksburg to try to strike quick here. It's 13-7. A touchdown changes the game quickly. I look for something to happen fairly quickly here from the Blacksburg side.
And from the Gretna side, we mentioned Vaughn Bennett being out as a receiver. He's also their inside linebacker. Do you think that is one of the reasons we've been able to see Corbin Hendricks find so much success running the football?
Well, it very well could be some of the success, but I tell you, I think you have to put the success back on this Blacksburg football team. Whether Vaughn Bennett was in there or not, this Blacksburg football team has played exceptionally well. It looked like at the inside linebacker position they basically put in one of their normal starters, number 30, Raquan Stone. He had normally been playing sort of the defensive end, defensive tackle position. And they just moved him back to that inside backer position. I don't know that they obviously Vaughn Bennett is a returning All-State player. You miss that type of an athlete, but I still, I think you have to give props to Blacksburg for what they've accomplished here in this first half. And Coach Sheeler walked by on his way up to the top of the press box, and he said, this next half is one of the biggest halves for Blacksburg football in this season, and it is. This is a big half for us.
And we're about 30 seconds away from kickoff. Blacksburg return unit on the field with number 18, Jake Verneal, back deep to receive this opening kick. And Brad, we were talking about it. Blacksburg looks excited. They look ready to play here.
They do, and I think they just keep doing what they've done here in this first half. I do think this third quarter they might try to strike quickly, and if it doesn't work, then I think they'll go back to the normal ball control that they've been doing throughout this game up to this point.
As we see the approach from Canare, and it's a low line drive. Caught by Verneal at the 10. Verneal cuts to the left where he is stood up. Good tackle there from Gretna. Verneal gets it out to the 21.
Yeah, that's good coverage right there by that Gretna Hawk team.
So 11:52. The half has just started here, and Blacksburg's going to take over at the 21-yard line. First possession of the second half. Let's see if the Bruins have anything up their sleeve to start this half of football. Already up 13-7 after one of the best halves of football we've seen the Blacksburg Bruins play this year.
Looks like they got Joe Lucas in there at that fullback position again.
Johnson under center, and they hand it up the middle to Hendricks. Burst through the line across the first down. He's carrying everyone. He won't go down. He breaks a tackle, and he's out across the 45 to the 46. That's a 25-yard run from Corbin Hendricks, picking right up where he left off.
That's the Corbin Hendricks, as we talked about earlier. That's the Corbin Hendricks we wanted to see all year long. And I tell you what, that's as hard a run as you'll see in high school football. I mean, he just is not going to be denied tonight. It's a great job by Joe Lucas opening up the hole, and then after he gets through the line, Corbin did it on his own at that point.
And this one's handed off to the up-back, Lucas, the fullback, and he gains 9 across the 45 of Gretna to the 44. Big run, and that was a great play call, Brad. We saw the middle linebacker inching in for a blitz. He was eyeing on Hendricks the entire way. Ran right past Joe Lucas. Picks up 9.
Yep, Coach Johnston and Coach Chris playing a little bit of mind games with them, and right now it's working.
I formation look again for Blacksburg, 3rd time in a row. 2 receivers to Johnston's right, and we see a flag. We see the official conversing with someone. We don't really know the call here.
It looks like he called a false start. I didn't see it.
False start against the Bruins, 5-yard penalty. Moves the ball back to the 49-yard line.
He was pointing and talking in the direction of the right side of the line with Marquise Jones and Will Sharp.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure what the call was there, but that's going to back it up 2nd and 6 and hand the ball off to Lucas again. That time he's stopped, and he's back behind the 50, so ball's at Blacksburg 49.
Yeah, you know,
on the play, back
it's an odd call.
Those penalties, you know, you're at 3rd and 1, then you have that penalty, and bam, you know, you're back, and now it's a 3rd and 8, and you know, it messes with your momentum a little bit.
Possible momentum killer. I agree, Brad. Here we see Isaac Johnson in the shotgun. So that's 2nd and 1 becomes a 3rd and 8. He's looking right all the way. He's looking deep for Goforth. He has him. And he overthrows it. Ethan was open, but the ball was well over Goforth's head, and we're going to see Carson Wise out to punt.
Yeah, I'm sure they both would like to have that one back.
Carson Wise on to punt.
So 9:53 to go in the 3rd quarter. Blacksburg on to punt after an initially successful drive stalled by penalties. That's a low snap. Carson gets it away, and that ball's muffed. That ball's muffed by the returner, and Blacksburg jumped on it. Let's see if they stayed with it.
There's definitely a struggle down there, but I believe Blacksburg has it.
And Blacksburg gets the ball. Blacksburg recovers the muffed punt.
Flag
and now we see a
flag on the play. Blacksburg recovered the punt.
Looks like number 45 for Blacksburg, Sam Gerard, in on
Sam
that
Gerard makes
fumble recovery.
The recovery for the Bruins.
They're going to call a dead ball personal foul against Blacksburg.
That's
personal foul penalty is against the Bruins.
You know, you get the ball at the 20-yard line from a wonderful fumble recovery, and then you get a personal foul penalty called that's going to back you up to the 35-yard line.
Is that a dead ball? Is it going to be a 1st and 25 or
first down?
It is first and 25.
Oof. And what was a big-time play to get the ball at the 20. Blacksburg retains possession, but now it's going to be a...
Oh, no, it looks like they're moving the chains now, so maybe it is going to be 1st and 10.
Yeah, it was a dead ball after the play, so
at the 36-yard line.
A little thrown off there as they initially marked it 1st and 25, but it's going to be a 1st and 10, ball at the 37. I formation handoff to Hendricks. He shakes a tackle, but Gretna meets him in the backfield. That's going to be a loss of 3.
Met in the backfield.
You know, those types of penalties, going back to those penalties, that lack of discipline is things that will cost you a football game. And
9-yard line.
You know, I know that Coach Chris won't put up with that very often, and we've had a number of just costly penalties tonight that have taken us out of things. And to be a successful football team, we cannot do those types of items.
So on 2nd down and long, Johnson lines up in the shotgun. Has time. Throws it over to Goforth. Complete. And
Johnson's pass complete to Ethan Goforth.
Goforth gets across the
Down around the
original line of
37-yard line.
scrimmage, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 10.
Chris Hall makes the stop for Gretna. The spot is at the 36.
Tackle was made by Chris Hall.
3rd down, 10 yards to
Of the
go.
Hawks.
You know, that's a 36. You know, that's close to Carson territory. I mean, you know, he's kicked one from there before.
It is cold, though. I wonder how that would affect the flight of the ball. As Johnson is in the shotgun, rolls left. He's got a ton of time. Fires, and it's too tall again for
Johnson's
Goforth.
pass intended for Goforth, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th and long.
So that's going to bring up 4th and 10 for Blacksburg.
Yeah, well, you know, we've had that route open most of the evening. Just some of the tosses have just sort of went a little bit high with Isaac there.
Carson Wise comes on to punt.
And Carson Wise is going to come on to punt for Blacksburg. It was close. It's close to Carson Wise territory, but that'd be what, about a 53?
Yeah, and you know, I mean, in this situation, you want to make sure that you use field position.
And a high punt.
Punt goes
Hits
out
at
of
the
bounds
20
at the
and then rolls
14-yard line.
out of bounds at the 15.
Return on it. It'll be
Good
1st and
high
10
punt
for
there from
Gretna at
Carson,
their
and it's
own
going to
14.
pin them back inside the 20.
It wasn't the prettiest thing that came off of Carson's foot that I've seen, but it definitely got the job done. You know, pinning them back at the 15. We're maintaining field position.
And Brad, you talk about ducks. That one you want to get out your HUD rifle and get, but bounces and it's successful.
Well, the great thing is it won't show up in the stats of what it looked like, except that it was inside the 20-yard line.
And
Flags on the play.
as Rosser lines up in the shotgun, flags are on the play. It looks like about half the line for Gretna got to jump early, so they're going to back them up. And the ball's now going to be a 1st and 15 inside their 10-yard line.
1st down and 15 at the 10-yard line.
So penalties for both teams early coming out the half. Brad, how much do you think that's just excitement coming out? This is their first possession of the half. They want to get out and play.
Right.
So 1st down and 15, ball inside the 10. Direct snap to Rosser, and he tries to sneak his way out, gets about 2. He's tackled by a combination of Peyton, Davey, and Fiorda.
Adam Payton makes the stop for the Bruins.
So as the clock ticks, 7:55 left to go in the 3rd quarter.
Gain is out to the 12-yard line.
That gets out to the 12-yard line.
2nd down and 12.
2nd and 12 now for Gretna. So this is going to be a very important next couple of series for both teams, as Gretna has the ball deep inside their own territory, going right to left. Shotgun snap to Rosser. Pressure coming. Can he get away? He does, but not. And he slips another tackle. Dion Rosser making magic out there, and he's tackled by Morgan McCoy short of the first down.
The keeper, brought down
But he might have run for
McCoy.
about 8 guys there,
Out
Brad.
across the
He
20-yard
did.
line.
You know, I mean, he's slippery, and he gets into the open field, and that's where he does his damage. And you know, I think there was 4 or 5 guys that had a hold of him,
Ball
just couldn't
spotted
quite
about
pull
the
him down.
22-yard line.
And
3rd down,
it's a
2
good job
yards
of
to go.
Morgan McCoy sort of breaking down and watching his waist and making a tackle there.
So it's going to be a 3rd down and short. Rosser's under center. It's going to be about a 3rd down and 2. Ball's at the 24. And he hard counts, and the entire Blacksburg defense jumps. And that's going to give Gretna a 1st down.
Offsides against Blacksburg.
Another offsides penalty.
The 1st down.
And that's the 3rd
1st
penalty
and
against
10
Blacksburg
at
this
the
half.
20-yard line.
And you know, and that's another costly penalty.
So 6.5 minutes to go now in the 3rd quarter. Rosser lines up under center, and he's going to hand it off to Chambers.
It's a good
Jeremiah
hard run.
Chambers, that's right, Brad, gets out across the 30 to about the 34 as a gain of 5.
Jeremiah Chambers is
like
off
Zach
there.
Zach
He's out to
Tresser in
the
on that tackle
34-yard
there.
line. Gain of 6 on the play. 2nd down and 4.
So 2nd down, to make that a gain of 6, 2nd down and 4, as Rosser lines up under center again. And he's going to sneak it right through it. That's a quick snap. Gets out across the 40. Caught the
Rosser on the
defense by
keeper, out across the
surprise.
40-yard line. That'll be enough for a
That's
1st down.
First
for
down,
Gretna.
Gretna. Ball's going to be in between the 41 and 42.
Yeah, they got a little momentum going here.
That was basically a quarterback sneak, Brad. Just caught the defense by surprise.
Right off guard. Yep.
Here's Rosser under center again. And they're going to try to hand it off to Chambers, but he is met in the backfield. Big tackle there by Fiorda.
Chambers hit in the backfield.
Fiorda and Wayne Myers. Yeah, that was.
Wayne Myers,
he ran into a brick wall there.
Loss is back to the 40-yard line.
That was one where he was just stood up, couldn't go anywhere. Second down, 12 for Gretna now. Ball's at their own 40.
This is a big down. I mean, a big series right here. You bring up 2nd and 12. If we can somehow keep them, at this current field position, the hope is on 4th down they're going to punt. They get closer to that 50-yard line, they're liable to go.
As that one's complete over the middle from Rosser. That one is to Glass. And Glass gets out across the 40 of Blacksburg, down inside to the 38. First down, Gretna, now deep inside, inside Blacksburg territory.
Yeah, looks like up to the 38-yard line. This is about as much offense as I've seen this Gretna team have up to this point in this game.
So 4:46. It's been a fast-moving quarter, a lot of runs. As Gretna lines up in the shotgun, a little confusion as the play clock ticks down to 4. They get the snap off at 1 as it's a counter to Chambers. Breaking through tackles is Chambers out across the 30, and he's near first down. I think they're going to give it to him. So another first down for the Hawks.
It's sort of like a little trap play. I mean, we've been pretty aggressive up front, and he made that one move just enough to make that defensive end, Tyler Fiorda, bite down and just right out of Tyler's hand reach.
Fiorda got about a hand on him, couldn't bring him down. As this is going to be a quarterback run, keeper for Rosser.
Rosser on the keeper.
There is a flag down. The original play gained about 3. And that's going to be brought back for holding
against Gretna.
I think that's the way that looks. I think that might be on the running back, Chambers, the way he's shaking his head.
Yeah. Well, that's definitely an advantage for us to get that. It sort of stopped their momentum a little bit.
So 4:07 left in the third quarter.
10-yard penalty moves the ball back to the
10-yard penalty is going to move the ball back to the 37-yard line. First down and 20.
20 yards to go.
Rosser and Gretna line up in the shotgun. 2 wide receivers to the left. Rosser fires over the middle, and that one is caught in traffic. That one was almost broken up by both Verneal and McCoy.
That was, good defense, but a very good catch there by number 18, Berger Glass.
The 30-yard line, gain of 7 on the play.
So that's going to gain 7, second down and 13 after the holding penalty on first down. That hold might turn out to be big.
Jake has done a good job in jumping a couple routes. They came to that little slant route here a couple times. If they go back, it could be something that you might see.
As Rosser is under pressure, dances out of trouble, and he is going to be dragged out at the 30, but Fiorda's shaking his head because he had him back at the 45 in his arms.
Sure did.
Rosser.
I tell you though, his size is not very big, but you can tell that he's a strong young man because, there's a number of times that we've had him and just couldn't quite bring him down.
So 2:45 and counting. Third down now.
I think this is 4 down territory for him.
Absolutely. Third down and 11. Rosser in the shotgun. Blitz coming. It's a quarterback draw, and Rosser dives out across the 25. He's well short of the first down, about 7 yards short of the first down. But as you said, Brad, I'm pretty sure this is 4 down territory. And it is. They're not sending their kicker out there for the life of them.
Another big down here for this Blacksburg
defense.
Down,
7 yards to go at the 24
very close to the same position we were in the second quarter.
So 4th down and 7. Ball is at the 24-yard line. Need to get to the 17. Rosser in the shotgun. Pressure coming from Blacksburg. Rosser rolls right. Can anyone get him? He's trying to shake off. He throws it, and that one's picked off. A diving interception made. I believe that's Corbin Hendricks.
Yep, that's what it looked like. So Blacksburg, they stand tall there. On that fourth down play, I'm sure that if Corbin would have thought about it, it's just great to get that interception, but if he would have knocked it down, they would have got the ball a little bit further down the field. But hey, we'll take what we can get. We kept them out of the end zone. Blacksburg gets the football, and good defensive stance there.
Blacksburg's going to get the football. 1:45 to go in the third quarter. No one scored this half. They're up 13-7. Blacksburg is.
What a football game.
It has been a great football game. That's the second four down stand we've seen from the Blacksburg defense deep in their own end. And the special teams game might be to the advantage of Blacksburg and might end up winning them this game. As that pitches out to Hendricks, he's met in the backfield for about a loss of 2.
Well, the thing is I'm looking at it, it's 13-7. We're up by 6 points. If we could somehow move the ball down the field to at least get into within field goal range, then that puts you up by at least 2 scores at that point.
A loss of a yard on the play.
So they're actually just going to mark that as a loss of a yard. Second down and 11. Clock ticking now. Almost inside 1 minute in this third quarter. And Blacksburg's going to have to take a timeout as the play clock was winding down. There looks to be a little bit of miscommunication. That's their first time out of the half. Gives them 2 more.
Yep, minute 4 to go. It's second down, and this is an important drive right here. The field position has shifted back to where we don't have quite the field position we've had most of the game. So I think this is one reason why it is crucial to find a way to move the chains here.
And so again, 1 minute and 4 seconds to go in the third quarter. Blacksburg 13, Gretna 7. This has been a defensive performance for the season, for the ages for Blacksburg. And best all-around performance we've seen all year. And this defense has played really well, but it's struggled a little bit lately, especially in their past 2 games, stopping the run. They've been playing phenomenally well here.
They have. They've been doing a good job. This 3 quarters of play could be 3 of the best quarters I've seen this Blacksburg football team play this year.
And here, Isaac Johnson has the ball in the shotgun. And now there's a penalty. Before they could even get the snap off, there's going to be a false start against Blacksburg, pushing them back. Now it's going to be a second down and 16.
5-yard
crucial penalty.
Second down and 16
pushes it back inside the 15 to about the 14-yard line.
Yeah, that umpire was pointing back to that right side again. So it had to have been movement there from that area.
Isaac Johnson in the shotgun, under pressure, and he is sacked. He tried to get someone on the pump fake, then stepped right back into him. And so that sack's going to put Blacksburg back at their own 5.
Yeah, you can't tell the number there that came in on that pressure. It looked to me like it was number 72.
That's who it was. They just announced Christian Glass.
Christian Glass.
The 6'3", 240-pound senior tackle. And we see Joe Lucas check into the game here as a fullback. I don't think it's much of a secret as Blacksburg's intentions.
Right.
But the play clock's winding down here at 1, and they get the playoff?
They do not. Delay of game.
Delay of game. Half the distance to the goal. They're going to be down. They're going to be inside their own 5, back around the 3.
This is a little bit of sketchy territory here for this Bruin team. The one thing that I've noticed is a couple of our last couple punts, snaps have been just a little bit low. You get a little bit of pressure here in this end zone. You never know what to expect.
And handoffs to Hendricks. He had a big hole, but he slipped.
Hendricks, the ball carrier.
And ball's on the ground, but they're going to say he was down, as he was. And speaking of down, we have a Blacksburg player slow to get up.
Looks like that could be Corbin.
And that's Corbin Hendricks.
That's the end of the third quarter with your score, Blacksburg 13.
That's going to be the end of the third quarter.
Gretna 7.
No score in that quarter. Blacksburg up 13-7. We're going to step aside for a quick break as they switch ends. You're listening to Blacksburg High School Football on ESPN Blacksburg AM 1430, FM 94.1, and Classic Hits 101.3.
Oh yeah, I think I'm going to like this place. No one is going to bother me here. Yeah, this is the spot. The kind of spot a nice piece of trash like me could get used to. Yeah, I'm gonna be here a while. Hey, where are you going?
To the river.
Nice! Whoa, what's going on? Where are you taking me? No, not there. Not in there. Dude!
Pick it up, Blacksburg.
What's that smell?
For the start of the last quarter of the game, Blacksburg up on Gretna 13-7. Blacksburg holders of that 3-4 record. Gretna in here at 6-1. So it would be a big time win for Blacksburg should they be able to hold on. But it's
tough. We got a little bit of a momentum shift here. You know, Carson Wise's heels is on the end line of the end zone.
Wise on to punt. The snap is coming from his own 4. Pressure coming. Wise gets it away. It's a high punt. Takes a bit of a Blacksburg bounce, but only lands at
about the 31
their
yard
own 31. So Gretna's going to have a huge short field. We've talked about the battle of field position, Brad. Essential in this game.
Ball will be spotted at
Gretna
the
just won that
32-yard line. First
They
and
did,
10 for
you know,
Gretna.
and really, to be honest with you, we have penalties to sort of blame for this field position change.
So Dion Rosser lining up under center and the I formation. Chambers the deep back. And this is going to be another quick quarterback sneak almost out across the 30, down around the 25. So a gain of 8 for Rosser.
The gain is up to the 25-yard line. Gain of 7, second down and 3.
Gain of 7. It's going to be second down and 3 for Gretna. Handoff this time up to Chambers up the left-hand side, plows his way across the first down line, across the 20,
Chambers,
down to the 18. Tackle made there by Jake Verneal.
You know, this is
Verneal and Grayson Shelton make the stop at the 18-yard line.
That's they're smelling the end zone right here. You can just tell by the way they're playing. We need something, a turnover of some sort to happen here.
And then here's another handoff to Chambers. Breaks a tackle in the backfield.
Chris Hall, the ball carrier.
He's going to get it down to about the 15. And check that was Chris Hall,
on the
wide receiver that they moved to
ball is spotted at the 14-yard line. Gain of 4. Second down, 6 yards to go.
Gain of 4. So second down, 6 yards to go. Ball's at the Blacksburg 14. Gretna moving it. I formation again with Rosser under center. This is going to be a handoff again to Hall, and there's nothing doing there. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Big play there from Adam Payton.
Yep, that was a good job.
And Joe Lucas.
Brings up a third down play here. Yeah, so far, our defense has bent it, but they haven't broke yet. And, you know, be another big, obviously a 2-down territory right here. So, you know, we'll see what happens.
And so here, Gretna comes out. Rosser's going to line up under center again, third down and 4. And this is going to be a play fake as he rolls right. Throws it over the middle, and that one falls short. He was looking for his tight end Glass, couldn't find him. Incomplete. It brings up a 4th down.
Yeah, it's probably a good thing that he threw at his feet there. You know, Blacksburg had that covered pretty well. It could have ended up being an interception for us, but you know, here is another big down. 4th down here.
4th down, and so far, Brad, it's been Blacksburg's down the 2 of the 3 times that they've gone for it, and the 2 times inside Blacksburg's 20. Bruins have stopped them.
Yeah, the only time that they made it was the first drive of the game on a punt.
So a little bit of confusion on the side of Gretna. Play clock down to 2. And they're not going to get the play off. Let's see the side judge running in. We're going to see if Gretna got the timeout in time. And they're going to give it to them. And a timeout, Gretna.
Called by Gretna.
I was watching the coaching staff over there. It was a tight call between delay of game and the timeout.
Questionable there. I saw the zeros come on the clock before the officials started running. So it was close.
So Gretna's going to take a timeout. That's their first of the game. Gives each team 2 now. The clock stops at 9:44 to go in this fourth quarter. This fourth and final quarter.
Yep. Brings up, what it is, fourth and 5, maybe a little bit more than 5.
Yeah, give or take between maybe 5.5, I would say. Fourth down, and again, both times that they were inside, that Gretna was inside Blacksburg's 25 and elected to go for it on fourth down. Both times Blacksburg stopped him. One time stopping a roster sneak, and then another time Corbin Hendricks coming up with an interception. That was just last possession.
Right. Well, I think we might see Rosser on a rollout here, making the defense decide which they're going to do. Are you going to stop me or are you going to stop my receivers?
4 wide receivers for Gretna. Rosser in the shotgun. Fourth down. He drops back to pass. Pressure coming. He's going to try to step up. He runs into his lineman and he is thrown to the ground. Sacked by Brett Palmer. Blacksburg takes over yet again.
That's a great job, Brett Palmer. That's another senior that we've talked about. He's given everything he's got. It's his last time on this David Chris Field, Bill Brown Stadium. Another big-time defensive play by this Bruin football team.
At their own 23-yard line.
Wow, we get the ball back here on the 23.
Folks, there's lots of leftovers at the concession stand tonight. Everything is half off, and pizzas are $1 a slice or $6 for the whole box.
And so Isaac Johnson takes over. Is going to hand off the ball from the I formation. This one's Fugit. And Josh gets back to about the line of scrimmage, and that's it. So we see Corbin Hendricks here, the lead back. He of 62 yards on the day and a touchdown
the ball carrier.
On the sideline right now.
It's a yard on the play. Second down and 9 at the 24.
He came out a little bit earlier there, limping a little bit.
Antonio Witcher makes
Corbin
the
has
stop
had
for Gretna.
a great game up to this point, running hard.
So we see a couple of receivers check in. I wonder if this is going to be a passing situation for Blacksburg. Second down and 10.
Clock is ticking down. The play clock's ticking down.
Johnston gets the snap off, but there's a flag down on the field. He definitely got the snap off, so I wonder what this is talking about here.
Looks like the coach is picking up the flag and giving it back to the official over there on the Gretna sideline.
The clock stopped, 8:50 to go. Blacksburg up 13-7. And we have still yet to see a call from the official.
Looks like it's against.
Sideline infraction.
So a sideline infraction against Gretna. That's going to be a 5-yard penalty.
4 yards to go.
Second down and 5
in that
for Blacksburg.
first quarter, that they were given a warning in the first quarter. So I guess that head lineman over there is, had to deal with it a couple times, so he just wanted to let them know that he was still there.
That Gretna coaching staff has been animated tonight.
They have.
As this is a handoff to the up back, Joe Lucas, and Lucas plowing his legs forward. It's going to be about a yard short of the first down mark. With third down and short upcoming for Blacksburg.
Joe Lucas, the ball carrier, moves the ball out to about the 33-yard line.
I believe it might be a little bit closer. They're going to measure here. I believe it could be a little bit short.
And so this is interesting. At least it seems pretty short from up here, but at least it's going to let Blacksburg know exactly how far they have to go.
We have an official timeout for a measurement.
That's a good hard run by Joe Lucas right there.
Absolutely.
He wasn't going to be denied.
And so as we see a measurement here, again, 8:13 left in this game.
Inches short.
And it's just inches short as Joe Lucas was able to keep his legs moving very well.
Third down and short for the Bruins.
And here we see Corbin Hendricks check back into the game.
But, you know, your third and inches here. You know, I think the biggest thing that we want is just to move the chains. You know, I look with it we probably see like a quarterback sneak here with Isaac, just to pick up that first down to keep another series of downs going and to keep that clock running.
The clock is currently running, just ticks under 8. And it's a split back formation with Lucas and Hendricks back there. Johnston under center. Snap back, it goes to Hendricks. He's going to put his head forward, and I think he got it. He did.
Hendricks, the ball carrier.
He needed it 6 inches. He got about a yard.
He did. That's a good job there. Keep this clock ticking.
Virgil Glass and
7:43 and counting
first down
here.
for Blacksburg at the 34-yard line.
So first down for Blacksburg. Ball's at the 34-yard line, and the clock's ticking, which is the most important thing. 7.5 minutes to go.
It is, and you know, from a defensive standpoint, when you're losing, I mean, it's just humiliating. You think you got them, and then
as a play fake, Johnson rolls right, trying to hit McCoy and hits him. Diving catch by Morgan McCoy out by midfield.
Good job. Gets it up to. Looks like it gets it up to about the
49-yard line. 15-yard gain and a first.
And Brad, the best thing that does not only picks up 15 yards, it also keeps the defense on their heels. They can't just pin their ears back and come in for the run.
That's right. That's right. Keeps a little bit of balance. That clock's still ticking. You know, Isaac's doing a good job of working that the play clock all the way down towards the last second.
And a big time hard count from Johnston as we see a Gretna player run all the way through the line. So no doubt about that one. And 5 more yards for Blacksburg. First down and 5 now.
Had to give that one to Isaac. I almost jumped on that one.
Yeah, it was a great hard count, and it's really tough, Brad, to do a hard count and not move your head. He did just that.
Yeah, he did a good job.
And so Johnson's going to line up under center. Fugit, the deep back, with Lucas as blocking back. And the pitch is out right to Fugit. And he's upended right at the line of scrimmage. A very good tackle there.
Fugit, the ball carrier.
That tackle was by Cook.
Tripped up by Demetrius Cook.
6:18 and counting.
No gain on the play.
And
second down and 5
we can't help but by just updating that clock a little bit more every time.
Yeah, I like to see it ticking off there.
And so we're just about to tick under 6 minutes. Blacksburg up 13-7. It was the score at halftime, is the score halfway through the fourth quarter. And here we see a big time hole for Joe Lucas. Plows his way out across the 45 before
Joe Lucas, the ball carrier.
Tackled by about 3 Gretna Hawks. And it's going to be a third down and short for
Christian
Blacksburg.
Glass makes the stop. The game
Tell you what, Joe is running hard.
About the 42-yard line.
You know,
It's third
at this
down
point,
and a yard to go for the Bruins.
You got 5 minutes. You got 3rd and 1. Joe Lucas is a senior right there. You know, I think you put it on his shoulders and let him tote the mail.
And here we see again, it's third down, and here we see again, Corbin Hendricks checks back into the game. And we see a power formation, 2 tight ends with Hale and Tresser. Split back. This one's going to be to Hendricks up the middle.
Hendricks,
This one's going to be a little closer.
I think he got it.
I think he got just out across the first down. And he did. First down, Blacksburg. Don't even measure it.
Nope, that's great. Keep the clock moving. As soon as they reset the chains, they'll start the clock back. This is an impressive drive by this Blacksburg team right here. This is just smash mouth football. They're coming right at you.
And the clock's now under 5 minutes. Gretna can only stop the clock 2 times with timeouts. And Isaac Johnson lined up under center in the I formation. Joe Lucas the fullback, Hendricks the deep back. And they're going to hand it to Hendricks up the middle. And Corbin gets about
Corbin Hendricks, the ball carrier.
maybe
about
3
yards
before he's tackled. And the clock's going to keep moving under 4.5 now.
You like to see that. I don't know if you noticed that, but the pile was up there tight, and then quarterback Isaac Johnson comes flying back from the pocket and hits in there trying to help move that pile. That's the competitor coming out in him. These kids want to win.
Again, they're 3-4. Coming in on a 3-game losing streak, but this team has played hard.
Oh yes.
Every single game. They took Giles, gave them all they could handle. Probably Giles' toughest test thus far. As we see Johnson under center. And he's going to do the same sort of roster sneak keeper
down to around the 31.
And he's going to get to about the 32-yard line. And it's going to be a 3rd down and 2. Taking a play out of Gretna's book there.
They are, 3 minutes and 40 count.
Ball spotted at the 32, 3rd down,
32-yard line. You know, that we talked about it earlier. We can keep these chains moving. A field goal here by Carson Wise almost could just about seal it. You know.
So let's see what they do. Play clock's at 7 with Wise under center. And there's some movement on the line. Let's see if both sides moved. Let's see what the call is here. This would push them back to the very, very, very edge of Carson Wise field goal territory. And it is a false start. That's a big blow for Blacksburg. Clock stopped at 3:16. And what was a 3rd and 2 now becomes a 3rd and 7.
Yeah, that's a tough one, and that, that sort of takes you a little bit more out of field goal range too at that point. Don't know that they would have kicked a field goal from where they were, but at this point, I don't think they can from where the ball's positioned now.
And it's a play fake to Lucas, and Johnson rolls, and he hits his tight end Jack Hale, but that one falls incomplete.
To Jack Hale.
It hit him, but it was broken up nicely, so that stops the clock at 2:49.
Correction, that pass broken up incomplete. It'll be 4th down and 7
so
for the Bruins.
4th down and 7 for the Bruins. Let's see what they elect to do. And it looks like Carson Wise is out to punt.
Looks like they're going to punt it. Well, you got 2 minutes and 49 seconds here.
That would have been a 52-yarder, I believe, Brad. More like a 54, should they have elected to go for it.
Right.
Here, Carson is on to punt. Good snap back to Wise, and he gets it. It's a boomer, a high one, spiraling. Fair caught at the 5-yard line. What a punt there from Carson Wise.
Good job by Carson. Good snap there, coming back from Adam Vault, and good protection by that punt coverage team. And I was surprised to see the punt returner call for a fair catch there on the 5-yard line. Generally, you get back to that 10-yard line, your heels are on it, you're just going to let it go if it's back there deeper. But he elected for the fair catch, so they start out at the 5.
95 yards to go from Gretna. The pass from Rosser is high but caught. And that's Glass fighting his way all he can. And he's going to gain about 4 there.
Complete to Virgil Glass.
The clock is running, 2:25 and counting.
By Morgan McCoy and Zach Tresser.
That was a good job by Morgan McCoy and Zach Tresser to bring down Glass inbounds.
2nd down, 6 yards to go.
So Rosser, shotgun snap. He's looking deep. He's got a man open, and that one's incomplete. That's a pretty big break there for Blacksburg. As Grayson Shelton and Jake Verneal were beaten by about a step, but it fell incomplete.
Yep, he was going for his main target, number 5, Chris Hall there. Brings up 3rd down here.
So a third down and obvious 4-down territory. 2:07 left in this game. Gretna in the shotgun. 2 wide receivers to the right. As it snap back to Rosser, he's going to float it out there, and that one's incomplete. Coverage by Morgan McCoy, but that was way over the receiver's head. And it's going to bring up a 4th down here.
Rosser's pass intended for Chris Hall.
This is the ball game right here.
This brings up a 4th down.
This could be the ball game for Blacksburg.
You stop him on this down, you get the ball back, it can almost be the ball game.
Clock is stopped exactly at 2 minutes. Ball is at the 10-yard line. 4th down for Gretna. Shotgun to Rouser. He's being chased down by Lucas. Did they bring him down? Yes, they did. It's a safety.
Great
Safety
job, Joe
Blacksburg.
Lucas.
They get the ball
2
back.
points for the Bruins.
That's what you want to see out of your senior
Joe
leadership
Lucas with the
there. Couldn't
safety
happen to a
end
better player, Joe Lucas. Coming back off of injury, missing a few games. That's what you want to see right there.
And that puts 2 points on the board for Blacksburg, and they get the ball. Score right now, 1:52 to go in this game. Blacksburg 15, Gretna 7. What a big defensive play by Joe Lucas.
Big time play right there.
Will have a free kick.
That does my heart good to see that. To have an 8-point lead, game's not over yet. There's 1:52 to go, but to have that 8-point lead, you get the ball back. And just to see that senior leadership, some of these seniors stepping up, which they have all season, but just to see them step up and take it to another level, I mean,
those seniors on the line, Brad, we talked about them
20-yard
pregame,
line.
we talked about them at halftime, and they're coming up big again now in the fourth quarter. Again, Blacksburg 15, Gretna 7. Blacksburg just coming up with a safety as Gretna calls timeout. So that's going to give them one timeout. I'm supposed to talk about strategy. 1:52 left in the fourth quarter. While they talk about that, let me give you a quick 10-second excited station identification. You're listening to ESPN Blacksburg High School Football on WKEX, ESPN Blacksburg 1430 AM, W23 BC1 FM, and WZFM 101.3 Narrows. And so again, 1:52 left. Gretna on for a safety punt after Joe Lucas tackles quarterback Dion Rosser in the end zone. And this has been a game of all games for Blacksburg.
Oh, this has. I mean, this is, Coach Sheeler talked about it coming after he came in here from the locker room at halftime. He said this is the most important half of Blacksburg football up to this point of the season, and he was right. And I tell you what, this team has played tough. The defense has not given up a point tonight. And the offense has done some things that haven't been characteristic of them this year. Look for an onside kick here from this Gretna team.
Here's Gretna down 8. They need this onside kick to have a chance. The ball bounces high and is in the arms of a Blacksburg player. I believe that's Jack Hale. It is Jack Hale recovering, the softest hands on the team, as you say, Brad.
They couldn't have kicked it to a better person.
And so Blacksburg's going to take over. 1st and 10. Ball
spotted at the
38-yard line of Gretna. 1:50 on the clock. Gretna has one timeout, so let's see what Blacksburg decides to do.
At this point, you tell your running backs, you tell your linemen, to make a good initial hit. You tell the running backs to get the handoff, hold on to it, whatever you do, don't fumble. Don't fumble the football.
We see about 6-7 guys on the line as Johnson's going to sneak it forward for about a yard.
Looks like Gretna's going to take their last timeout.
Gretna's going to call a timeout. Brad, is there time now? Does the time work out enough that we can just see a couple of knees from Blacksburg?
It would be tough because it's a 1:43 to go. It brings up 2nd down.
Timeout called by Gretna. That is their final timeout.
We need to run the football, a couple more times before that happens.
Pick up a first down.
Yeah, and the other part of it is, and even if you get down to a 4th down play, we could possibly go for it on that 4th down play just to, you worry about a snap or anything like that, for a punt, field goal, block. So, we'll see. 1:43 to go. There's a 25-second play clock for every play once the ball is spotted. that clock can't run fast enough for this Blacksburg Bruin football team.
You can see all the students on edge here. They just want this one to be over.
That's right.
1:43 here in the game. Blacksburg lines up in the I formation, 2nd down and 9. Hendricks the deep back, and he takes the pitch. Hendricks bounces outside.
Hendricks the ball carrier.
And is knocked. Does it look like out of bounds, Spread?
Yeah, it looks to me like he's out of bounds, but also looks like there's a flag down on that far side over there. I'm not exactly sure what the call is.
So the clock stops right now at 1:36.
And that's exactly what you don't want to happen, is to stop the clock. You want that clock to run as much as you possibly can.
So let's see the call from the official here as he jogs out to the middle of the field. That's a hold. And that they're going to decline that.
Against Blacksburg is declined.
So it brings up a 3rd down at about 6.
So it looks like
the play is a gain out to the 34-yard line. Third down, 6 yards to go.
The play clock starts, but the game clock is not moving as Hendricks hit out of bounds.
And
was knocked out of bounds, and so
those types of things are mistakes that you know, just knowledge of the game. You know, you don't want to go out of bounds to stop the clock. Go down before it. You know.
And so the pitch is to the left to Hendricks now, and Hendricks is met in the backfield at the 41. Big time tackle there by Rosser.
Yeah, you know, Gretna's just sending the house. They know that Blacksburg is going to run it. Now we're going to go with the punt here. I look for Coach to let the clock run all the way down and possibly call a timeout. You know, it's 11 seconds on the play clock here, minute 02 in the game. So he's going to try to get rid of as much time as he possibly can.
And you are right, Brad. They're going to call timeout just as the play clock hits 1. The game clock at 53 seconds. This game is not over, though, because Gretna has 2 timeouts.
Not over at all. You know, this is a stressful point here. You know, the ball's on the 40 going into on Gretna's 40. You know, you got to get the snap. You got to get the punt off. You know, you feel pretty certain that they're going to send the house to try to get a block. You know, you're not going to get much of a punt return, I don't think, at this point. But this is a crucial play right here for this Blacksburg team. You know, the safety gives us an 8-point. The safety by Joe Lucas gives us an 8-point lead, but it's still a 1-score game.
So 53 seconds again, Brad, as you said, and it looks like most of Gretna is on the line trying to get this block.
Yeah, they've had 2 back the whole game. They only got 1 back now.
So the snap to Carson, he gets it away. That one hits at the 20 and rolls and falls out of bounds right there.
Punt goes out of bounds.
Obviously
at the 20-yard
not
line.
exactly what you want. You want to pin a little deeper, but it's all right. He got it away with the pressure coming, and that was actually on. He didn't take as many steps as normal. He just took 1 step and punted.
Well, and I think that's the most crucial thing. I mean, that's they were bringing the house, and it's a good snap by Adam, and great job by Carson to be able to get the ball off.
So 46 seconds to go. Gretna actually has 1 timeout.
Just like
Blacksburg has 1 timeout, and they're just going to take it.
Blacksburg. That is their final timeout.
No one has any timeouts.
So the clock will continue to run except on an incomplete pass and out of bounds.
46 seconds. Gretna has 80 yards and a 2-point conversion between them and a tie ball game as Blacksburg is up 15-7.
You know, at this point, you're as a defensive coach, you're telling your defensive backs, play a little bit soft. We don't mind if they get the first down. We can't give up a touchdown here. You can't let them get behind you. You know, you're trying to tell them every trick play that's in the book to be watching for, because at this point, you know, this Gretna team is a little bit desperate to get a touchdown here. They've driven a long ways to play this football game, and it's a long ways back home. And, they don't lose often, and they definitely don't want to lose here tonight. So they'll pull out, all the stops that they can.
And Brad, do you expect to see any extra pressure here from Blacksburg, or do you think just more 4 guys and just play as safe as possible?
I think you'll see pressure from the interior linemen, but I don't think you'll see pressure from the linebackers. I think they're going to be more playing a soft zone and watching.
So Rosser's in the shotgun. He fires it quick over the middle on a slant. Gains 8 yards with the clock ticking. It's 38 and counting as Gretna hurries up to the line. And he's going to spike it. So that's going to stop the clock at 30 seconds.
Brings up a third down.
Brings up a third down with the ball spotted at the 28-yard line. Interesting play call there out of the timeout for just an 8-yard gain over the middle.
Yep.
So here he is, Dion Rosser, someone who has tormented Blacksburg tonight with his scrambles, but has not been that effective. Fire over the middle, and he tried to pitch it. The receiver does, and that one's picked up by Blacksburg. And it looked like that was supposed to be a hook and ladder.
Yeah, to begin with, I thought it was like an illegal forward pass, but looks like they're calling it a lateral, and looks like we picked it up. I couldn't quite tell who recovered it for Blacksburg. But
First and 10 Bruins at the Gretna.
looks like this Bruins team's going to pick up a win tonight.
It does, Brad. 21 seconds, no timeouts. They're gonna ask Isaac Johnston to take one more knee. And this is a big win for Blacksburg over a Gretna team that's 6-1.
This is a big time game, and you can't explain how great you feel for this football team, especially these seniors that have went through a lot of trials and tribulations in the past few years. But to be able to come out here and put it all on the line, leave it on the field, and come away with a victory tonight against a good Gretna football team is remarkable.
And so that's going to do it. Johnson takes the knee, the clock hits 000, and the final score, Blacksburg 15, Gretna 7. We're going to step aside for a quick break, and when we come back, we'll hit you with all the stats and information that you're going to need. You're listening to Blacksburg High School Football on ESPN Blacksburg, AM 1430, FM 94.1, and Classic Hits 101.3.